Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the first video to Giants News Weekly. I'm your host, Jacob Gillum, and we're just going to be going straight into it today. I have a few things written down about what I want to talk about today and what I want to start off with. First, I want to start off with going into what kind of stuff we would be uploading on this channel. Obviously, we're a New York Giants channel, if you hadn't gotten that by the profile picture and the title, and clearly the outfit. You're probably a Giants fan because most of us are not that smart. The stuff that we're going to be uploading is everything going on during the off season, everything going on during the playoffs, the divisional rounds, and including I already said the off season. So everything off season going the entire year. The entire year round, we will be digging into what our team is doing and the moves that we're making as a whole, like the players we're getting during free agency, what the draft is like, what my very, very way too early playoff picture, which will be another video. So today, I wanted to go over how the draft went and my opinions on such, okay? Based on this draft, I feel like our season this year is going to go decently better than we went last year. We went 4-12 last year. I have us going maybe 10-7 this year with the extra game. Maybe 10-7, 9-8 would be okay with me too. I just want a winning season again. And I think with this team that we have just drafted and the amount of linemen that we have picked up during this offseason, it's just going to be great. I feel like we're going to do much better this season. I'm not calling us going to deep into the playoffs this year. I'm calling maybe with this extra wild card, with this extra team going in. Maybe us going into wild card, but if not, us definitely going into the divisional round, which I think is going to be a definite possibility. But let's go straight into the people we have drafted this year. Our round one pick was Andrew Thomas, a left tackle from Georgia. A lot of fans of our team were kind of upset about Andrew Thomas, and a lot of them were very happy with Andrew Thomas. It was more of a 50-50 deal with this pick. I'll give you my first opinion on this pick was iffy. I was like, why the hell did we not pick up Isaiah Simmons? He was the smart choice. He was on the board. We had the fourth pick. Why didn't we go with Isaiah? He's all around the better player, and he could immediately go into our team and make a difference. The more I sit with Andrew Thomas, though, the more I'm okay with it. And this is why. Because, yes, with Isaiah Simmons, we would be getting an extraordinary weapon for Daniel Jones to use. But without Andrew Thomas, without all these tackles, without all the linemen that we had drafted this year, and without just linemen as a whole, if you can't protect the ball, you can't get the ball into those weapons. It's the same problem we had with Saquon last year. It's not that Saquon was the issue. It's our blocking for Saquon was the issue. Saquon, I literally can't ask for anything better. He's fantastic. But if he can't get off the ball, if he can't get out of the pocket, there's no way in hell that he's scoring us a touchdown. And it's not his fault. It was our blocking's fault. So with Andrew Thomas, we are a giant step from turning this around. We just made one giant leap. One thing I really like with Andrew Thomas is that just like Isaiah Simmons would have been, he's a plug-in-and-play in year one. We could just directly put him in. He has the experience. He has the charisma. He has the talent to go straight into our game and make a difference. Another thing I really like with Andrew, he's so versatile in his position. It's incredible. If you had ever seen any of his highlight plays, he can get right off of one person that he's guarding directly into the other. So let's say he's guarding the person right in front of him. He's guarding his guy. And then he sees another one coming around going after our Daniel Jones. His mind can make those split decisions like that. If you've seen his highlight plays, he goes from guarding directly to the guarding. It's what he's supposed to do, but he does it extraordinarily well. And I'm just really excited to see what Andrew Thomas does for this team. Going into round 2, we picked up Xavier McKinney. And oh my God, I was ecstatic when we got Xavier McKinney. He was the best pick we could have gotten in round 2. And the fact that we got him in round 2 is incredible. I was not expecting McKinney to go into round 2. To be honest, Isaiah Simmons went way deeper into round 1 than I thought he was going to. But this safety, again, just like Andrew Thomas, he's a plug-and-play. He can go in year 1. He doesn't have to sit on the bench. He can go into camp. He can go into training. He can learn what the scheme of this team, and he can just automatically go into the lineup immediately. He's that good of a player, and I'm insanely excited to see what he can do for this team. Round 3 was Matt Pert, another tackle. He's an outside. He's another tackle from UConn. Matt Pert, he needs time to learn what it's like to be in the NFL. He needs time to train. He needs to learn from some of the other tackles on our team. And after that, I feel like he could be a phenomenal player. I don't know if he'll ever be as good as Andrew Thomas, but I know he'll be a great secondary if we need a secondary. And even if we don't need a secondary and we need him in there as a starter, he's not a terrible player. So, I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure Matt Pert would have been there later in the draft and we could have waited to pick him up. But, I'm not mad with the pick. I'm not mad. I'm just a little upset with when we took him. But I feel like Matt Pert could be a pretty good addition to this team. Going into round 4, we picked up Darnay Holmes, a cornerback from UCLA. He's a great backup. And with our corners right now, we need backups. Because last year we had all kinds of injuries. We had Saquon getting injured. We had Evan getting injured twice. We had Alec gone. Now Alec's completely gone. We had, Golden wasn't injured. We had so many injuries to our starting lineup to where if Darnay is just a great backup, And I'm not saying that he should start or anything because I don't think he's there yet. If he gets a couple of years of experience under his belt in the NFL first, yeah, throw him into the starter. But until then, oh my God, is he a great secondary option if anybody gets injured. But going into round 5, I'm going to try and pronounce this name. I'm probably going to butcher it. Shane Lemieux, however you pronounce it. He's a guard from Oregon. He struggled last season. He struggled really hard with Oregon last season, but that's only because they had such a tough schedule last year. Their schedule was harder than it's been in a few years. He really struggled, but again, just like Darnay Holmes, he's a good secondary. He's a good backup that we have the option to use. If one of our guards it just gets hurt, does too great and injures himself, we can just throw him directly into the secondary position. And it's always great to have a second. It's always amazing to have a second. Again, I feel like we could have waited until round 6, maybe round 7 to get him. I don't think he was really that hot of a player. Not upset with the pick. Little upset with when we got him. The same as with Matt Pert. But, great secondary. We always need secondaries with how often our team gets hurt. Round 6 was Cam Brown. He's an outside linebacker from Penn State. And he has the most potential on this team. because if he can, I don't think he's done growing. He's a beast. I think he's like 6'7", 318. 6'7", 318 pounds. And to be honest, I don't think he's done growing. I just don't. He is a beast when it comes to the field. And with him getting the experience that he needs potentially as a secondary as in his first year, he can be monstrous. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a big, athletic, mobile player that we haven't had in a while. Going into our 4 picks in round 7, our first pick being Carter Coughlin. He's an edge rusher, linebacker, but we would mainly use him as the edge. He's from Minnesota. I was upset that we didn't pick up a better edge. Not saying that Carter Coughlin is horrible. I'm just saying that we didn't really need to go after Shane Lemieux, however you pronounce his name, during round 5. We could have gone after him during round 7 and gone after our edge during round 5. Because, I don't know, an edge rusher is something that we've been needing for a couple years now. Again, like I've said for the couple of picks, I'm not upset with the pick. I'm upset with the placement. Going into our second pick for round 7, we picked up TJ Brinson, another linebacker from South Carolina. There's not much I have to say about TJ. He's not horrible. He's not fantastic. But he has some potential. I mean, I didn't write anything special down for him. So, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what he does during the regular season and see, even if he gets to start. I don't know if he has a starting position yet because we picked up the names like Blake Martinez during free agency. So, I mean, I don't know if he has a spot. But pick 3 for round 7, we picked up Chris Williamson, another cornerback from Minnesota. So, I don't know. I'm upset with how many of the same positions we picked up during this draft. We picked up 4 linebackers. I'm okay with 2 corners. We needed corners. Those are positions needed to be filled. But with the 4th pick in round 7, our last pick, we picked up Tay Crowder, another linebacker from Georgia. We needed a center. I'm so confused as to why we picked up 4 linebackers during this draft, and we picked up like three or four during free agency. We picked up Blake Martinez and a bunch of people I don't even know their freaking names to, because during free agency we're kind of but during the draft this year we were all right. But I don't know, 4 linebackers. We had not Darnay, he's a corner. We had Carter Coughlin, TJ Brunson, Tay Crowder, and Cam Brown. We had Cam Brown as well. I just have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the last 5 picks that we had were all linebackers. So I don't know. If it bites us in the ass this season, it's going to be a terrible, terrible thing. But if it comes out and it works, and for some reason Dave Gettleman's mind on this just shines during this season, I'm going to feel stupid. But right now, that's the one thing that annoys me from this draft is how many linebackers we picked up. But overall, we met our needs as a team. We needed linemen. We got 3 of them. We needed a safety, and we got Xavier McKinney in round 2. What better can you ask for? And, yes, we picked up 4 linebackers, but we needed 1 or 2 linebackers, and we got them. And for the other 2, there's secondaries right there. And, with Blake Martinez, Carter Coughlin, these names, we're starting to get our reputation as a team back up, and that's what I'm excited for. Because with this season that we're going into, I don't think the NFC is gonna be our division is gonna be the laughing stock anymore. I don't see that happening. especially with the picks that the Cowboys and the Redskins made this draft. Like the Cowboys getting CeeDee Lamb, that was one hell of a pick right there. With the Redskins obviously getting Chase Young. If they hadn't have gotten Chase Young, oh my God. I mean, I would have been ecstatic because I think we would have picked him up. But I don't know. That was an obvious pick with Chase Young, and they needed an edge rusher, and they got him. But, I don't know. I don't think our division is going to be the laughingstock anymore. Because even with the Eagles this year, yes, they started off not so great getting, Jalen Hurts. But they kind of came back. They got themselves the positions that they needed. And, I feel like the Cowboys and the Giants were actually going to stand a chance this year. I don't really give two craps about how well the Cowboys do, but the one thing I am excited about is that if they do well, our division gets better reputation. Over this draft as a whole, I give us a B. I wouldn't give us a B plus or any of the A's because, yeah, we picked up 4 linebackers when we didn't need 4 linebackers. We got Matt Peart during round 3 when I think we could have gotten him during like round 4 or something. We picked up Shane during round 5 when I think we could have gotten an edge during round 5. We could have picked up Shane during round 7. But, the positions that we filled overall and the big names like Andrew Thomas and Xavier McKinney, those are going to help us out a hell of a lot next season. So, I give us a B. It's better than average. It's good. So, it's a good draft. I'm really excited about that. I give Dave Gettleman all kinds of crap. But you know what? He drafted Saquon. Last year I was upset whenever we chose Daniel, but Daniel showed up. He was tied for 7th out of like 74, 75. It's in the 70s. He tied for 7th out of 70-something quarterbacks in the league. 7th for the most... oh, wow. I have to give you what he tied for. He tied for 7th in the most touchdowns. He had 26 touchdowns, 24th passing, 2 rushing. He did great other than his turnovers. And I feel like this regular season he's going to be getting his turnovers under control. And once he does that, he can grow into the next Eli Manning. He could grow into potentially the next Peyton Manning. This man has the potential. I believe he has that chip on his shoulder to be like, oh my God, the quarterback that they've had for 16 years just retired. Everybody was pissed that I got drafted. So, I kind of need to prove myself. I feel like with that much pressure on him, he could either crumble or he could shine. And I think it being Daniel Jones, he's going to shine. And him especially having the weapons like Evan, Saquon, and now Xavier McKinney. I don't know. He's going to have a good 3, maybe 4,000 yards season. And I'm excited to see what he does. And I'm excited to see what our new picks do. I mean, I'm ecstatic to see what Andrew Thomas does for this team. And McKinney. These 2 picks. My God. But, you guys write down in the comments what you guys think about this draft overall and how you think the season's going to go because of it. Tomorrow I'll make a video of giving an in-depth look at how I think the regular season's going to go. I gave you guys kind of my basics today. I'm going to go over what I think our record's going to be, and then my really insanely early playoff picture, and then Super Bowl picture tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, you guys throw down in the comments what you guys thought about this draft and what you guys think I can do better as a host. But thank you guys for watching Giants News Weekly, and I'm looking forward to posting on this channel a lot more often, and I'm looking forward to making relationships with you guys. So subscribe to see more, and like the video to show me your appreciation, and thank you guys for watching. You guys have an amazing day. Take care, everybody.